guys, today I wanted to share a very, my simple and easy, fast eyebrow routine with you. I've already done it. I filmed the tutorial part first. So first, before I get started, I just want to kind of say that eyebrows, I think, are very important. They kind of frame your face, and I know everybody says that, but it's the truth. And really, no two eyebrows are the same. No eyebrow shape, even on the same person, eyebrows are so different. Everyone has a different eyebrow shape for a reason. When I was growing out, my eyebrows were very thick. They still are. Very thick and dark, and I got teased because of it, and I hated them. And then as I grew up, I plucked the heck out of them in college. And when I would look at pictures, I was like, I do not look right. My eyebrows look too thin. And so I let them grow back out, and I was like, wow, they look really nice. And now they're like my favorite feature, and I'm so glad that I have thicker eyebrows because it just works for me. So my very biggest tip before I get started and show you the products and my tips and everything is to definitely, if you think that something's wrong with your eyebrows, if you're not pleased with the shape, let them grow out on their own for about 2 weeks. Get them back to their shape that they should be naturally, because nature gave you your eyebrows for a reason, because they work with your face. So make sure that you kind of get back to your natural eyebrow shape by letting them grow out for a couple of weeks. And for me, that was terrifying, but it was like the best thing that I ever did. What you need to do though is just kind of tweeze the strays that are really strays, like ones that grow too far towards the middle, ones that are way off. My product that I'm going to use that I love is a drugstore product. And I don't use it because it's from the drugstore and it's cheap and I can pick it up. I use it because it truly is the best thing that I've ever used for eyebrows. I would pay twice the amount if I could, which I'm glad that I don't have to. It's the Revlon Brow Fantasy, and I use the shade Dark Blonde, which I believe is the lightest, which is funny because I have very dark eyebrows. It's another thing. Always use a shade or two lighter in eyebrow products than you think you need, because even though you have dark brown to almost black, some of my eyebrow hairs are just very black and dark and thick. Don't match that up to the powder or to the pencil or to whatever you're going to use, because you will end up looking crazy. Very long wearing. I love it so much. The gel that goes with it is perfect. It's a very dry gel, so it doesn't look like gel, it doesn't look wet, and it will keep your eyebrows in place all day, which is important if you're like me and you have kind of longer eyebrows. You can definitely use an eyebrow like an angled brush like this. This is an E65. This is my favorite brush for eyebrows because it's a little thick on the end. It's not too thin, but you can use it with a matte eyeshadow in like a lighter or medium brown. So I really like that. Even if you've got really black eyebrows, you need to go with like kind of a medium to darker brown. A black might look too harsh. Oh, and then the key. This is my favorite thing. Rather than using like an eyebrow brush, like something like that, I love these. These are just typical like disposable eye or mascara wands that you can buy like in bulk at places like Sally's. You can find them, I'm sure, at some drugstores, but I really love these. I keep these all the time for my to comb out my mascara after I use it to get the clumps out. It makes them look fuller, but these are the best for grooming eyebrows. I keep one of these at my vanity and I keep one in my bathroom because every day, like before I go to bed or when I take a shower or whatever, when I get out, I just comb my eyebrows and I kind of train them to like do the right thing. To do the right thing, you know, because they know. Over the years, I've definitely done several tutorials showing different products that you can use. The MAC Eyebrow Pencil in Lingering is one of my all-time favorites. Wedge eyeshadow or Symmetry by MAC is really good. Just any medium brown eyeshadow. Yeah, Anastasia makes those great little duos. I don't think you have to spend a lot though. Those are kind of expensive, but the Anastasia brow palette that I showed before with the stencils, those are great for kind of for using when you're trying to kind of get your brows on track, like when you want to figure out what kind of shape you're going for, when you're trying to kind of get them, I don't know, get them the way that you want them. But it's definitely not something that I would break out and use every day, not something that I would pack for a trip or something, because it's just so big. But it is nice to have to use every now and then. But so I still definitely recommend all the products that I've ever talked about, but this is just so awesome and I love it so much. So I'll get on to the tutorial. I hope that y'all enjoy it. Like I said before, I've already done this, so this is the finished product. Yeah, so keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so first I'm going to start by just kind of combing the brow, and this one has a little bit of a scar. So I normally do have to fill that in because you can see the other one looks a lot different. And I've had that since I was a kid. So I've always kind of had problems with that. My brows by no means need to be filled in every day, and I really don't do it every day, but it makes such a big difference when I do. And then you're going to start with your pencil or your eyeshadow, whatever you're going to use for the actual like color part. I'm going to fill in just very lightly the scar and apply less than you think. You can kind of see that transfers really well. And then I like to kind of go at the tail of it and then just lightly fill that in. You see how it kind of made a nice shape. Around the arch, I go around the top. I find that if you define the eyebrow along the top, it's much more flattering than defining it along the bottom. So start off by filling in any areas. You see how that made that so much smoother? And right there, like if I really comb down this top part of my brow, you can see like where it's not filled in. And if that is something that helps you, like you can see right there, then you can do that. But I find that sometimes if you do that, you end up applying too much. I'd rather just comb them out into the best shape you can get them just from like combing them, and then fill in what you need so you don't apply too much. So just going around the top very lightly, especially when you get toward the middle. You want to use a lighter hand toward the middle, and you want it to be the darkest at the arch, and then use a very light hand, making your little tail more defined. And then you can kind of, if you want, you can very lightly to the middle. You don't want it to be too perfect looking. You don't want your brows to look drawn on. And then take the comb and blend it out so that there aren't any harsh pencil lines. There's not any clumps of eyeshadow if you use an eyeshadow or a brow powder. Then to kind of set it, which is essential for me because my eyebrows are long and they're kind of unruly, like just from my facial expressions and moving around and all that. In about an hour, they will be like sticking in every direction. So I love that this one has a gel with it. And the gel isn't super pigmented, which I like. It's just very lightly pigmented and it holds like crazy. And the gel is kind of a drier gel, if that makes sense. It's not like such a goopy gel. Like sometimes I've bought clear mascaras or clear brow gels, and when you use them it looks like your eyebrows have been like gelled together, stuck together, and you can see that this just looks very dry. Do it to the other one. And that is my simple and fast eyebrow routine. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all very soon.